crypto. If that interests you, then do subscribe to the channel. In the past couple of episodes, we've been talking about NFTs, we've been talking about the ApeCoin, the Bored Ape Yacht Club itself. If you're interested to watch any of that, then you can find the link flashing on your screen, or alternatively, it's in the description. In this episode, we'll talk about Yuga Labs' latest bet, their biggest play in this so far, which is probably the most ambitious thing that they're trying to do, called the Otherside, which is a metaverse game. What exactly is this Otherside? I'll leave it to a trailer to show it to you before I continue talking about it.
You know the day destroys the night, night divides the day. Try to run, try to hide, break on through to the other side, break on through to the other side, yeah. We're chasing our pleasures here, dug our treasures there, but can you still recall time we cried, break on through to the other side, break on through to the other side.
Was that awesome or what? Right. So what is Yuga Labs up to? Yuga Labs creating this whole metaverse called the Otherside. The center of it is the biogenic swamp, and they have just very recently started the minting process of it, allocating the first lands to the initial owners and so on. The land is very different from, let's say, a sandbox or a decentraland. In a sandbox or a decentraland, you have sort of uniform land. Here, each land has its own property. There are resources, there are artifacts, there are kodas, which are another creature that is found here, found in one of these lands, depending on what you're able to mint. And the other deed awaits a lot of people. There are in total 200,000 parcels of land called the other deeds, of which about 100,000 of them, the first 100,000 of them, were made available on 30th of April, just over a month ago. And the other 100,000 will be exclusively rewarded to those who hold one of these 100,000 other deeds and are able to contribute to the development of the other side. So that's like a way to incentivize people to come and develop this game, right? And if you were a Bored Ape or a Mutant Ape Yacht Club member, then your rewards are just going up. You already probably got access to the Ape Fest, which is happening this month. You got thousands of dollars worth of ApeCoin, and now if you're a Bored Ape member, you also got access to the land parcels here or the other deeds here. 10% of that 100,000 were reserved for the Bored Ape Yacht Club members, so each one of them got one. And it is not, and 20% were reserved for the Mutant Ape Yacht Club members, so each Mutant Ape Yacht Club NFT holder also got one other deed, but it is not the same. The Bored Ape Yacht Club member got it in the biogenic swamp, which is at the center of the other side, while the Mutant Ape Yacht Club member got it in the chemical goo, which is on the outskirts of this swamp. Why does that matter? I'm guessing it is because the price is going to be the maximum towards the center of this whole universe, which is the biogenic swamp, and from there the land price will sort of start decreasing. That's what my guess is. It might decrease maybe because it's already coded in terms of resources and so on that is already present in this various parts of this metaverse. The developers, Yuga Labs and other project developers, will get about 15%, and 55% are reserved for people who can purchase it using an ApeCoin. So if you do not hold a Bored Ape or a Mutant Ape NFT, then you can probably buy it using a ApeCoin, right? And There are so many other NFT projects that have been in rage in the past few years. CryptoPunks was probably the most famous one. You have Crypto Toads, you have the Mutant Ape Yacht Club, you have the Kennel Club, you have let's say the Me Bits. There are so many of them, and what this game is trying to do is try to bring all of them into one place. So if you are somebody who owns any of these NFTs, then your character in the game can be the NFT that you're uploading, or you're using to your avatar will look similar to that. They're trying to create the 3D version or the in-game version basis the NFT that you hold. So that is something you saw in the trailer as well, and that is something that we know so far that has been publicly announced. If you are a developer, then you can probably join them and help them develop this. What does this whole metaverse look like? You can click on explore here. You will get a chance to see from a very high level what this looks like. The metaverse itself, I don't think is developed, but broadly the land is going to look something like this, right? An infinite universe, the center of which will be the biogenic swamp. So this orange light here that you see here, it's like, I don't know, maybe they were trying to create it as a reference to the sun. So that is essentially the center of the universe. If you click on each parcel of land, you can see what does this parcel of land mean, what resources does it have, and so on. So those details are mentioned here. Now let me try to see if I can click on that. Now one particular problem that I see, which I saw with even with something like a Decentraland, was that these are pretty laggy, and because of the fact that they are laggy, they are not friendly for let's say even a laptop, right? Forget a phone, they're not friendly to be used even on a laptop. That's where I see the biggest threat for this is, because we saw that for somebody who is using a phone, they cannot access something like this, right? The number of players drastically reduces, and hence the value of the entire metaverse or the game itself will come down if you don't have enough players. Right, so that's one threat that I see. Now here, it took me so long to click on the center, but here it is. The center is the Bored Ape Yacht Club. This is where everything started. I think it's like a reference to that. So from there is where the entire world is being created. There might be a lot of games that will be built on top of this. ApeCoin will be the currency for this whole metaverse. So if this works, then that means it will have a cascading effect on ApeCoin also. So ApeCoin prices will definitely shoot up if this works. Going by the track record of this team, if you look at what they have been able to create in the last few years, if you just look at the top 5 NFT projects, the Bored Ape Yacht Club, the Mutant Ape Yacht Club, and the other deed from the other side is the 3 of them are from the Yuga Labs or the Bored Ape stable, and that I feel is the greatest strength that is probably there today, because Bored Apes have come out as a great brand. There are it has a recognition. There are so many things coming out of it, so many projects, so many events, fests. Many game developers have announced that they'll be using ApeCoin as a form of currency, and that I feel is one advantage, or probably one moat that the other side has today, that it is already built on top of an established brand, and hence there is a chance that this other side could succeed because the culture is already there, the brand is already there, and that I feel is the greatest strength. Hope this helped to figure out what this other side is. If you're interested to purchase it, then you can. There are many places where you can go and try and get it. It's an NFT, so it's not a token. So you'll have to go and try to trade this NFT. The float price of it, I'm not exactly sure. Let me try and pull that up. The floor price of this is about 2.69 ether. That means I don't know, let's say about $5,000 or $4,700 is the floor price for this NFT.